In 1971, I married the man of my dreams and thought we were planning to go into ministry together and thought that everything was going to be perfect. You know, the Cinderella story, you get married and you live happily ever after. And we had two beautiful children, daughters, and it was so much fun watching them grow up. And yet, throughout all of that wonderful time, we had a secret that we were keeping, my husband and I. My husband had been unfaithful throughout our marriage. At the end of that 22 years, I just was at a point where I couldn't continue to live in the deception and the lies of many betrayals that had happened. And so I filed for divorce, and I was devastated. I just didn't really know if I could even keep going from day to day. I didn't know where I was going to go or how my life would come together again, or if it would come together again, and how I would manage financially. And it was just one of those experiences that you never think you're going to have to go through in your lifetime. But I remember the night that I had to go down to Indiana Wesleyan and pick up my oldest daughter and bring her home so that we could meet with a counselor and my husband would tell our children what had been going on throughout our marriage. And that was probably one of the most difficult things for me. I didn't sleep at all that night. I just agonized over it. I felt that the girls needed to know the truth, but to have them know the truth and to be disappointed in their dad was really difficult. So I went through this really difficult divorce, and it was very painful. But what I didn't know is that God had an amazing calling on my life. At age 55, after 3 job losses, and feeling like God was just hitting me over the head with a 2x4, I was in counseling, and my counselor said to me, "So Shirley, if you could do anything at all, what would you do?" And I said, "I would do what you do." And he said, "Well then, why don't we talk about what would keep you from doing that?" So we explored that together. I went home and talked with my husband. We decided I was going to go back to graduate school at 55. And so I started going to Grand Valley that fall and finished my degree in 2 years and started counseling with people. So I call myself a late bloomer because 55 is not when I thought I would be doing that. And so now I'm age 67 and I'm growing from a private practice into an agency. It's a risky move at my age, but God has given me a promise that He was going to use the difficulties that I was going through to help other people. And I came across the passage in 2 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 3 and 4, that God is the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all of our troubles so that we in turn can comfort others. And that really has become my life verse. So I feel God's presence, and it's so exciting when I'm sitting there and the client will say something to me and I'm thinking, man, I have no idea what to say. I have no idea how to help this person, and words will just roll off my tongue, and I know that it's God. That's what God has been calling me to do, is to help other people and to use my pain and my story to be able to do that.